Okay, so how do you sell beats without leasing them? Do you sell them as exclusive only? If so, how would you price them?
Hey,
and we are back.
I feel like this is when we should have been playing the Benjamins right here. Something like that.
That's me. That's me doing the Benjamins. How do you determine what is missing in a song? A lot of times I'll do a track and it feels like something's missing.
One of the easiest things I know, feedback.
Thanks.
Have a couple people, at least a handful of people, that you could ask that to. And you know, this is one of the rare instances where friends can actually work in this scenario. Because a lot of times people are like, well, I need somebody to ask. And they always go to their friends. I'm like, yo, you don't want to talk to your friends.
Yeah.
About like, yo, is this beat good? Or should I do it? Because your friends going to be like, yeah, man, you got it. But now, what's missing in the track? How this could be better? Friends can help you with that.
And I mean, to me, it's like a couple easy things. Well, one is something is missing. The vocals. You know what I'm saying? I feel like every track kind of feels unfinished without vocals on it.
Shout out to Triza for getting deep.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And they said, okay, so I would say the vocals is missing, so that's part of it. And then just make sure you got something at every part, like the low end. You got some, frequency wise. You got something for the high end. You got something for the mid. You know what I mean? And you're kind of swapping between those, because then if you do that, it feels full because the spectrum is full.
I call it the Dr. Dre formula.
Facts.
Dre will have 4 things going on the track, but one will be lows, one will be low mids, high mids, and highs.
And it'd be all jamming.
Super jamming. Everything got its own space.
In the pocket.
Hot pocket. As the kids are saying.
Is Ableton good for beginners? Segue.
Yes, it is. Ableton is actually best for beginners, because the only people that have a problem with Ableton are people that have been using stuff for a long time and they're stuck in the ways of that other thing. It's like, what's the most difficult language to learn?
You see Mandarin.
Mandarin. Is it hard for a 1-year-old to learn Mandarin? No, because they don't know anything.
Right.
So that's what Ableton would be for a beginner.
I just guessed on the Mandarin thing.
Yeah.
Somebody's probably like, that's not right at all.
I'm pretty sure you're right. Dice is happy.
When you're a beginner, should you focus on learning your DAW first or music theory?
Probably both simultaneously. So if you want to be a carpenter, should you learn carpentry first or how to use a hammer? I think in doing one, the other one has to happen simultaneously at some point. You know what I mean?
Because even with your DAW, it's not that much you got to learn, really. I mean, it's intricate stuff, but
the concepts are all the same.
Yeah, it's record, loop, you know what I mean, duplicate.
Yeah, you might want to know how to quantize. You might want to know how to... And that's a good thing, a good way to think about your DAW. That's how I think about DAWs. I'm like, what do I want to do? And then you figure it out easily how to do it. A lot of people open up a DAW and they're like, okay, what can this DAW do? I'm like, no, what do you need done?
Right.
Figure out how to do that.
Exactly.
Start there.
Diego F. Shout out to Diego giving me the hot topics today.
Oh man, you know.
He said, talk about producers asking other producers for a paid collab. I get tons and I couldn't do it. It feels morally wrong. See,
yeah, he
saying that.
Shout out to my man for having morals in this cutthroat world.
I just don't. To me, it's one of those things. It's like I feel like I'm only taking. I don't want to do something if I'm not giving. You know, it's got to be a equal trade.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You buy a drum kit. It's like you get these drums, these sounds in exchange for money. That's an equal trade.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Paying for a collab, you're just saying you made a beat with me. But what does that lead to? What comes from that? What are you expecting? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and when you don't know the person, like the respect isn't. Not the respect, but the relationship isn't there. It's kind of like, oh, you going to the club? You don't know me, but can I go? It's like, all right, if you give me $50, you can come with me. But I really don't care if you get beat up there. Right. I'll leave you there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't drinking off my bottle.
Hey, that's a fact.
You got to get up when every new person come in the section. You know what I mean? Your seat ain't reserved. You know what I mean?
But that's what it feels like. To me, I would feel morally wrong. As a business model, I can see where it would be beneficial to somebody if you really didn't care. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't do it. I think it's safe to say that you wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm cool on it. Because here's the thing. I'm so busy these days. I got a kid running 2-3 businesses, just life trying to keep up. One is I've been trying to squeeze in making beats. I stayed up till like 6 a.m. making beats to get up at like 9. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But I don't know, man. I just don't want to do that if it's not mutually beneficial.
Yeah, because people gonna be hitting you after it's done. Like, yo, what's up with that beat we did?
Yeah.
Did such and such listen to it yet, or whatever? You gotta keep them updated. Not like it's a hassle, but if you really went into it like kind of half-hearted, right, you don't care about that person.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some situations where good came from it, but I feel like it's one of those like people that, I made one beat, I'm popping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I had a dude from high school hit me the other yesterday, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm the rapper you need to work with."
Was he?
I was like, "Have you recorded a song?" No, I've never recorded. Bro, how you get what I'm saying? Like your idea of how this works is not right. I'm not the guy to come to for your first song.
No.
You need to get a studio. You need to record 200-300. That's why I tell everybody, you want to be a rapper, get you a studio at your crib, record 200-300 songs. Then we'll
kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's funny how many people hit you up, be like, yo, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. They have no music.
No clue. No clue.
Yeah.
Black Noise says, is it cool if I use the acapella to make a beat? I found a software that extracts vocals. I feel like I'm cheating.
Oh, no.
Man, I encourage it.
Well, you know what? I think I was talking to you about this, back in the day. Is one of my tips, but you actually took it and embraced it more than I did. So you want to talk about using acapellas?
No, every beat, before I finish it, I put an acapella in there just to feel it. Because if it rides, if you can put 4 or 5 acapellas in and a beat still sound jamming, and it's not a lot of like conflictions, the melody's not getting in the way, it's jamming. You figure it out of pocket. So that's my test. First, I test my mix in mono. You know what I mean? Make sure it's hitting right.
Nice.
Check it. Make sure everything cool. Ain't no phase issues. You know what I mean? My drum slapping. You know what I mean? Then take the mono off. Dope. And then I check that. And Gucci.
There you go. And you know what's crazy? I think that actually works for real world tests, because what you're gonna do is you're probably gonna send that track to multiple artists in the first place. So if it sounds good with multiple known artists on it, it might appeal to a wider range of unknown artists.
How do you keep y'all music chemistry going as far as production team? That's a good question.
We never. I guess they're talking about just us, right?
I guess so.
We never struggle with it. We kind of sit down and
we
don't put any pressure on it though. Yeah, that's what it is.
Our thing is totally like, you feel like making a beat today? All right, cool. Let's make a beat today.
What?
Oh, you don't feel like making a beat? All right, let's drink some more Jameson and talk shit.
There you go.
That's pretty much what it is.
That shit works too.
Yeah, I mean it's really no pressure. And then if something's whack, I don't take offensive. Oracle's like, yo, change this or switch this around.
And likewise.
Yeah. It's like, all right, cool, let's figure it out.
You know what's funny? I think making a beat with you is like some of the least pressure. Even when making a beat with myself. You know, when I'm working on the beat just solo,
right.
Of course there's immense pressure there. But when like, yeah, you want to make a beat? And we usually make a jammer in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, with the quickness.
Yeah, real quick.
What's your process of collaborating with other producers you're not in the room with? It's a good question.
A lot of Gmail. A lot of WeTransfer going on. Definitely a lot of WeTransfer going on.
Depends on who it is. Either I'm freezing the tracks and I'm saving collect all, Ableton, send the whole session.
Yeah.
Or I'm just tracking it out when I send it.
I'm usually sending waves. Just gonna send the waves off. Now if it's an Ableton person, I will. I typically don't send a session because I got all my
the sauce.
When I send you a session, it don't look right.
Oh yeah. Oracle. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Everybody asks why my setup isn't like Oracle's. I have no idea. No, I've been around probably Oracle the most, and I still have no idea what's going on. Yeah. I gave up trying years ago.
It's been like 3-4 years.
Yeah, I just gave up, bro, because I have no idea what's going on. I just like, yeah, that's his thing. Let him do his thing.
It's different in here.
Yeah.
So if I send you a session, you're gonna be like, first of all, it's 200 tracks, only 4 sounds. They're spaced out like, miles apart from each other. So.
Okay, so Beats Music says, this leads to my next question. If an artist records to your beat and he's looking for a deal and it's moving slow motion, then another artist wants the beat and will pay for it, what do y'all do?
You can snatch it up, dog. It's still your beat. Yeah. It just depends on how you feel on the inside. But at the end of the day, the only thing that is definitely true, that's yours and yours only.
I guess it's, do you believe in that artist?
Yeah.
I guess that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
What happened to DJ Unique from Bone Thugs? Damn. Boom, boom, boom.
Really miss my Uncle Charles, y'all.
Dang. Is it difficult to clear samples, or is that depend on where you get it?
Label's job.
Pretty much.
It's usually not difficult, but it's not difficult with me because they'll ask me where the sample is from, and I'm the guy that hits them with all the information. The name of the song, the label, the year, the writers, the publisher. I have all that information on deck because I don't need no problems with my sample clearances.
Yeah. From someone who's had multiple issues, and dog, it's so weird because all my issues that ever came from sample clearance came from that same month.
Damn, that 1 month.
That 1 month where I don't have the files, all the issues I've ever had with sample clearance have been in that same month.
Damn, bro.
I don't know what it is, bro. Have you ever wanted to give up? What drove you to those feelings, and how did you overcome those thoughts?
Oh, you got one?
Yeah. I mean, there's been times I've been super frustrated, and but the thing is, I realized that I'm worrying about something that somebody else got going on. No, at the end of the day, I want to be a producer. I want to make beats. I don't care what. Oh, I need a screenshot. I don't care what. You know, if you don't like it, it's 20 other people that's gonna like this joint.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So I'm not gonna stress about you. I'm not gonna stress about this label or this situation because I got more. If I can make one thing that's dope, I can make 1,000,000 dope things.
True.
So that's my thing.
Dope. Yeah, I wanted to give up before. I want to give up plenty of damn time. I got a picture I posted one Throwback Thursday. It's a picture of me in my studio at the old crib. I had no equipment, and I'm sitting like this, where you can see like from behind me, and I look totally defeated. And that was the day before I did my first like deal with Polow. But I was really about to give up. I told my wife, I was like, man, fuck this shit.
That's real.
And I just hung in there. I was like, I'm gonna sleep on it. And the very next day, I got my deal with Polow.
When I was around when I was about to have my daughter, I was like, I'm gonna give it one good more run. If I don't get some stuff popping from this,
I didn't know that, bro. Come on, man.
I definitely was like trying to check out.
No.
But then everything started popping up. I was like, all right, it's a sign.
Jumping.
It's just kidding universe. What is your guys' opinion on production and publishing deals? I know y'all have experience with that.
Well, Triza,
the resident deal guy.
Yeah, you're the resident deal guy. So you want to rap on that?
I'll say the pro, you're gonna get in situations that you probably couldn't get in. You're gonna get in sessions that you probably couldn't get in. The con is that don't last very long, and that don't last very long.
That's a fact.
It's basically a bank loan. Yeah. So if you want to get a bank loan based on your music talents, do your thing. Oracle keeps trying to put out a kit, and I'm stopping. I'm like, bro, no, dog.
I definitely have one that would not be royalty free because of who it's with, and Triza is always like, yeah, nah, don't do that.
Yeah, it's almost like giving a placement away.
Funny enough, they hit me last week. Like, hey, what's up with that joint?
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's literally, if you gave it royalty free, that's like giving someone a number one sign. That's why I'm just like, bro, that is too much of the alley-oop.
Yeah, that one won't be royalty free. I think that's a little reason why I'm delaying putting it out.
Yeah. So I mean, it's nothing wrong with it, dog. Again, you can't think of it on a 1-by-1 case. You gotta think of the big picture, right? I'm not thinking about, I don't care if I try to avoid samples, but I don't care if it has a sample in it or not. Because my thing is, I'm not making money off of this song.
Right.
I'm using this song as marketing material to grow my thing. The song isn't the beat isn't my product. It's the advertisement. You get what I'm saying?
Well, see, that's a different thought process.
Yeah, I mean, that's us, though. You know what I mean? I recommend a book, The Seat of the Soul by Gary, I'm going to say this wrong, Zukav?
Zukav? How you spell it?
Zukav.
Zukav. Yeah, we'll go with Zukav.
Gary Zukav.
So, Seat of the Soul?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Seat of the Soul by Gary Zukav. Zukav.
He said, change my life for sure. Hey, I gotta check it out.
Change his life. Nice.
Hey, what's a book did you say changed your life? What was a good book for you?
That changed my life? Ooh. System of Systems, and I know I'm gonna leave some shit out, but come back to me for my second one.
I don't know if it's a book or it's a course, but you know, I only listen to audiobooks. I haven't sat down and read a book in a while, which I know is terrible. Tony Robbins, Personal Power.
Nice.
Dose.
Go.
Number 2.
Go.
That was my shiz.
The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Oh, that was Mark Manson.
Yeah, Mark Manson. And also Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. That was a great one that changed my life. And the rest of it were just podcasts.
If a beat is registered but an artist gets a hold of it by some miracle record over it and makes a hit, how should you go about this? Get a lawyer so that he can help you get your royalties?
Wait.
Now, is this a hypothetical or did this happen?
Yeah. I gotta read this again. Hold on.
Because if this is a hypothetical, that's like one of them things like, look, bro, I welcome. That's like...
Oh, well, that's having a good lawyer now.
No, I got a lawyer in pocket, bro. I welcome you to try something crazy.
Yeah. Like,
this is why I got her for. Please sample my joint. Please steal from me, dog.
There you go.
Please. Because I'm going to get this Chizak.
Yep.
I'm about to buy my daughter another Power Wheels joint. You know what I mean? She about to be driving in the Barbie Jeep. You know what I mean? Skirt. But yeah, I mean, look. If it's a hypothetical, I wouldn't stress about it, dog. I wouldn't. You can't go. To me, I don't go about life stressing if somebody takes this beat or does this.
Yeah.
I just put it out there. Hope it finds a place.
I call those 90s words.
Yeah, that's
a 90s word.
Now, if it's a real thing, man, you better call a lawyer.
Yeah, that's a fact.
If somebody took your drink, call a lawyer.
Yeah, best friend I call Anthony the Heartbeat.
Man. Should you start an LLC to start selling your beats?
That is a good question. I will answer slowly as you take this, young nature. Should you start an LLC to start selling your beats? I don't know if strictly to start selling your beats, but I will say this. You'll need an LLC if you just want to start a business in general. And LLC stands for a Limited Liability Corporation. And it's literally what it means. So say you're into something and for whatever reason your business gets sued or gets into some trouble or just has something going on. Your liability for that personally is limited because you're run under a corporation. So instead of saying like, oh, I did this as John Smith, which is your real name, you're like, oh, I did this as John Smith Productions LLC. So therefore, if something really happened to that company, you're 100% protected. You're good. It just won't affect your personal stuff. Now, saying that to say, if you have an LLC, you should also have things associated with your LLC that you have associated with your personal self. Like, for instance, you'll need a bank account. You'll need a bank account for your LLC. You may need some additional staffing or a witness, like a CFO or something like that. But just know, the stuff that you need for your personal self, you will also need that for your business. So yeah, that's the answer to that question.
Do you put a limiter on all your beats before you send them out, or are they just leveled out?
My beats personally are leveled out. They never hit the limiter, but I do put a limiter on my master chain and on some tracks just as like a safeguard. Okay. In case something goes really crazy. You see my setup. I got
Twin Peaks.
I'm subject Twin Peaks, exactly. Nice. I'm subject for some stuff to go crazy.
Oh yeah, every once in a while you're gonna trigger some random something. You don't want to pop on speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I level out and then I put a little something on my master. If you want to see exactly what it is, my boy Diego taught me. I'm telling you, Diego taught me how to make my beats louder. I had an issue with it and I just couldn't figure out. Diego explained to a way that it made sense for me, and then he made a video about it.
Yeah.
So that's where I learned from. Exact same thing that I use.
And that video is fire.
Fire. TheProducerKit.com. Go to the blog.
I almost feel like that. How you feel about my kit that's not supposed to be royalty?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's a couple videos Diego got. I'm like, yeah, bro, don't put that out.
Fire.
That's too much. That's too much.
Too much sauce.
Okay, so how do you sell beats without leasing them? Do you sell them as exclusive only? If so, how would you price them? Yeah, so I don't lease beats at all.
Nah, but you would have to sell them exclusive if you're not leasing them and you're still selling them. They would have to be exclusive.
Yeah, I don't think you don't lease beats, do you?
No.
Yeah, neither one of us lease beats at all.
No.
But that's us though. Again, different.
Not saying that it's right or it's wrong.
Yeah.
There's a business for that, but we're just not in that business.
Yeah, I'm just not in that business model.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what would you price it again, bro? It depends on who you work with, who's your connection, what you got going on. You know, but
know your value and know your worth. But before you know those two things, know the difference between the two.
Facts. So we got 1 minute left, Oracle. Any plugs?
Yes. Please. I just hit button. Go pick up EXO. I'm really excited about EXO. It's still the highest selling kit on SoundOracle.net.
Hey.
Super dope melodies and super dope chord progressions. People hit me back talking about how much they are learning chord progressions that are in top 40 music because of EXO.
Hey.
So that's super dope. And also pick up No Games, the official AO and Keys kit. Yes. Featuring sounds from AO and Keys and also sounds from Sound Oracle and Triza. It's a 4-man collab, if you will. So, go check out those two things, and that's it for me. What you got? Hey, Millie Rock on every block.
Ultimate Kit, Diego Ave just produced 42 for Sway Lee and Ray Shrim, Zach and Codeine, Post Malone. So get the Ultimate Kit. No Games. And I got some producer consultations open, so if you want to do that, let's do it.
Yeah.
There we go. It's over. YouTubes. It's been real, guys.
Bambizzles.
See y'all next week. Appreciate y'all for coming through.
Questions? Real quick,
Nah, we answered all the questions.
Nice. All right, YouTube.